What's good, y'all? This is Ray Daniels, aka the Culture Referee, and you guys are seeing me in a unique way right now. I have two of my very good friends here, Nala Simone and Dame Ritter from Two Loss.
What's going
My
on?
my my touring partners.
Yes,
We're
sir.
going on tour together. We're really excited. So I feel like since this is for me and my people, I feel like you guys know me, but I want you guys to get to know these two. So Dame. By the way, it's crazy that I got to do this because, Dame, you're so smart. It's just weird to me because it's like I follow you. I've been following you for 10 years, so I know how brilliant you are. And now that you've shot on the scene, it just shot. So it's kind of weird, but let's do it anyway for shits and giggles. So,
Yeah,
Dame,
no.
tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Dame Ritter. I'm currently the director of marketing for Two Lost. I've been working with creators since 2008. In that year, I got laid off from my consulting gig. I was working at Deloitte Consulting in Chicago.
Okay.
So I was very corporate. I was super corporate. Then got laid off. Then my brother hit me up and said he was dropping out of school and said, "Hey, Dame, I think I want to get into music." He had a friend of his from high school named Hobson that was equally as frustrated, but in a different situation because he was already signed to Ruthless Records. But I just kind of jumped in. I was like, all right, I got the time to do it. Let me help these knuckleheads out. It just kind of kept building and building into something serious. Eventually, that's how I met Ray because, well, initially we signed an artist named Busy Wright. Once things got moving in 2011, 2012, but then we signed Jaron Benton.
Who I
Ray
managed at the time.
Yeah, Ray was one of the three managers. I thought that was weird at the time. I was like, I just can't have three managers. But I didn't even really talk to Ray that much. Ray was one. I talked to Mike and
And
Slow,
slow, yeah.
recipes, more. But then over the years, I just kind of followed Ray and what he was doing. But the label started doing well until a pretty embarrassing crash and burn in 2016. One of these, classic, weird, like terrible, sad situations. But since then, just kind of been picking up the pieces. Still work with creators. Manage a comedian named Big Ja. He's doing really well, trying to transition over to television and film. He's got some good momentum. And then I'm here at Two Laws. Happy to be here at Two Laws. We've had a great year. Looking forward to the next year. We just brought on Nyla Simone. She's helping us.
Ooh, y'all
Yeah.
landed y'all well. That's one of those we landed well.
Hey, we got a squad. We got a squad. We are super excited about 2025. Just thinking of different ways to service the community, educate the community, provide tools, resources, and gain from the gods being one of those things that we plan on rolling out to more cities. I know right now we just currently have planned for Philly, DC, New York, and Atlanta, but this is just kind of like the guinea pig markets. It'll get bigger, it'll get better as we roll it out to more cities. So super excited.
Yeah,
And
I'm really.
Nyla, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, so I am a DJ, radio personality, podcaster, just overall creative. I've been working in the music industry for almost 10 years now, and I'm really excited to be working with Dave and Ray, both of you guys, just because like the name of our event really holds true. It's Game from the Gods. Like you guys have taught me a lot online, but even in person, and just getting to know you guys and watch how y'all move, how you negotiate things, how you guys really vouch for your community. It's really important, and it's honestly really rare. So I'm excited for Game for the Gods. I think it's gonna be really dope, and I also like the fact that it's not like a traditional, because there's like music industry mixers,
Yeah.
you don't really connect with anybody, or like there's like OGs who don't really pass on game. Like this is the complete opposite of that, and
Yes.
honestly so far my time in Two Loss has been the complete opposite of that as well. Like everybody here is willing to share the knowledge, put you on, and it's really just a healthy environment, which is just, it's good because I've worked for many places and it has not been the same. So, um, yeah. Oh, that was supposed to be about me though. Anyway, same thing. I've been outside. I've been working, and yeah, I'm excited for this project. I think Game for the Guys is gonna be really special. And there's a lot of artists who hit me up, DM me, send me emails that are terribly formatted. Nonetheless, it's okay. We're gonna talk about all that and more at Game for the Gods. So definitely give
Exact,
you guys pull up.
exactly. And the thing that I want to make sure is that number one, Dame. I just got to say this. Like when I was in the trenches with you, I've always been able to build the music business, but I came under it, right? So I came in kind of interning. the thing I respected about you is that you weren't like the music business guys, but you still were in the music business and you built your business. So, for the people watching, like one of the reasons why I was excited to even be in business with you at anything was because I remember when we were doing the deal, at that time I had records, jobs, everything. But you guys had a business. And to me, that's actually what the game is like over 10 years later. Like now you have to be almost what you ordained. So that's kind
Yeah.
of why I wanted to stay close to you. So I think this is going to be great. And then Nala, watching you, just even watching you with your ideas and watching you on the Breakfast Club and watching you when you do your podcast, I'm looking at you and I'm like, she gets it. You remind me of the because right now in our market there's so many and I think that that's another thing that we're trying to do. We're trying to kind of silence the noise. And
Yeah.
when you came in, it was like this new fresh voice that was sharp on their shit, but it didn't feel like she's here to hurt you. Right?
Right.
It almost feels like that girl that greeted you like, "What's up, friend?" You know what I'm saying? Like that girl in school that everybody like her because she, you have that energy. So I think the combination of my brashness, Dame's like the way he sees how building businesses and the way Nala has his personality, I think is gonna be make room for like a really fun time. And I'm gonna stress this out. This is not a show that this is not something that you come in the room and we sit on with mics and be like, so let me tell you about myself and how I came up. This is not that. This is you're gonna be in the trenches with us.
Man, I honestly feel like we could have our own little American Idol, but that's a whole
No, no,
other.
no, no. Listen. Like the goal is to go so big with it. That's why I'm like so excited about it because I've been in the music business 20 years, and the one thing I've always hated, I've never learned anything from a panel,
Yeah.
and I've been to 1,000 of them. I
Yeah.
only learn from experience.
Yeah.
So this is not a tour. This is not a panel. This is an experience. You're gonna learn how to do an elevator pitch. Like we're gonna put you in the trenches. If you're a dope manager, show up. You might meet an artist that you love there, and all of a sudden you guys take off. If you're a dope artist and you're looking for a manager, we want to show you guys how it's done firsthand in this business. And I don't think there's nobody better than us three that can do that.
Yeah, and I want to stress that, it's not just us talking to them, right? Like hopefully some great ideas will come from the room. Like I'm looking forward to getting the feedback from people in the room, ideas from people in the room, because a lot of times that's where the best ideas rise to the top when you collectively just talking out loud, just throwing out ideas.
Yeah.
Because that's how a lot of ideas that work in the industry today like come to fruition. It's like, okay, throw this out, somebody else says something else, and it just kind of builds. So I definitely don't think that I have all the answers, and I don't know if you guys, I don't think you guys do either. But I think going through some of these experiences that we put them through these interactive sessions, you kind of just start thinking about things a different way and start thinking who are the different people that you might need on your team to help you progress in the music industry. So I think we got a team of very different experiences, but collectively we cover, so many of those experiences, and now we can share with the people that come to the event.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm, I'm, I'm,
Agreed.
I'm I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. The best way to describe it is that it's like this is going to be more like when the teacher said, when the teacher had the TV she brought in the classroom. This is what this is going to be more.
Everybody.
Everybody's like, oh, good, it's exciting. This is what that is. This is not. We're going to
Do,
sit in the room
do
and
they do
talk.
that anymore? I don't know. I don't know what they have in the classroom because when I was younger, they rolled the TV with the
Bro,
the
the
VCR on
TV.
the bottom, and you knew,
You knew that was going to be a fun time.
for sure,
You knew it was going to be a
for
fun time.
sure.
TV class.
So yeah, so I think it's gonna be more like that. So yeah, I'm excited about it, bro. Like like this is a dream of mine, and I've been to 100 panels, and I always said if I did it, I gotta do it better than that. I gotta do it different. It gotta be fun. It gotta be. We're gonna create the blue ocean of music conferences.
And honestly, to piggyback off something you said earlier, kind of about like Dame already being in the business of himself and like standing on that prior to like being indie, being cool, with all the layoffs going on in the music industry, with all the shifts that are happening right now, it's really vital that everybody learns how to be in the business of themselves. So like Ray, yeah,
Ooh.
he worked bad jobs, but now you're your own entity. Dame, you know, you've been doing this forever.
No,
You
no,
in
you
the
just
business of
hit
yourself.
it on the nail. The new business requires you to be your own entity, and
Yeah.
this room will be to show you how to do that.
Yeah, the people who you want to connect with, like Dame said, we all have very different experiences, different backgrounds. But I'm excited just to see the room because I know it's gonna be a lot of heavy hitters.
Incredible. I
Yeah.
can't wait. I can't. I mean, it's gonna be fun. I can't. I don't. And I'm not. I'm more excited than they are. So I'm more excited than they are. So I'm like, damn.
No, I'm not buying that. I just think you have more energy than us for some reason. I'm still trying to figure out where you get this energy from.
No.
Let's
So
go.
even if people hear this conversation later, just know that this is something that that we will continue to do in other cities. So if it comes to your city, great. If it comes to a neighboring city or a city you can get to, just make sure you stay tapped in with Ray, his platforms, because obviously we'll be sharing the information there. But the first round is Philadelphia on October 9th. Then we're going to DC on October 11th. Then we'll be in Atlanta on October 12th. And then we'll wrap it up in New York on October 14th. So if you're in any of those cities, please go to www.gamefromthegauds.com. Gauds is spelled GAUDS. Ray, where'd you come up with Gauds? Let people know what it. I mean, I think people
Okay,
know.
I was on the phone with one of my friends, and we were talking about people and where we were in the game. And once you get to a certain place in the game, like now that you say you 10 years in now, so you kind of start asking, you kind of start reflecting, and you like, damn, like you start realizing some people carry themselves like goats, and some people carry themselves with the underdog mentality. So she was like, man, some people are goats and some people are underdogs. And it's just the game. And I was like, and what was interesting to me was that it was two animals. I never looked at it like that. I was like, oh, a goat and a dog. I'm like, hold up. So I don't know why, bro. I have this thing I do. I do acronyms. Like if you say something like, even when I talk, like even when I text, I'll text a friend like, "What up, RD? What up, JB?" Like I just known for that, right? So I'm like I'm obsessed with acronyms. So I'm like goats and underdog, God. Like hold up, because it's kind of like a God is, and then the trick is that you got to think like an underdog to become a goat. And like you guys have been around successful people, I've been around success. Like bro, the one thing that my most successful friends have in common is they are the most paranoid, head on a swivel, what's going on, people I've ever met. And that's because that's that underdog mentality. That's that somebody coming for my spot, somebody's looking for me. I got to make sure I'm ready. But the result is always GOAT results.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the way I actually interpreted it, because obviously that makes a ton of sense. But I think, and again, this is just the way I interpret it. It's like in some things we feel more confident in, we feel like we can be goats in, and then some things that we're more underdog. That's where the humility comes in, and then
Mm.
that balance. So I think I've done some things well. I still I'm still uncomfortable calling myself a goat in anything, to be honest.
Exactly.
To be honest, but like, I think it's a balance, and we're not a goat at everything. So I think there's a balance, and the humility comes. That's how I've always interpreted. I don't know if that's okay with you,
No, no,
but
no,
that
no, no. That's great. That's great. I mean, that's the whole point. The whole point is to show you that you have to have the right mentality to win in this world.
Yeah.
And like all of us, like we've all been connected, but we know what Nyla, you don't have to tell me what you've been through. I've been through it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I don't have to tell you what I've been through. I know you've been through it. Dang, same here. Like we've all been through it, and once you start understanding that, it makes it easy to get like no one's on their own. Just everybody has insecurities. Everybody got a chip on their shoulder. Everybody's worried. Everybody's scared. But that mentality motivates you to keep going. And then you go so long that one day you look out and you're like, I've been in this game 10 years. Hold the fuck up. How old am I again? When I say I've been in the music
Uh,
business 20 years, I really look at myself like, damn, I am older.
yo.
I'm not even lying because it's like you've been doing this for so long. But listen, guys, today is a stormy day in Atlanta. It's a hurricane. If I can take a camera and look at my office is completely empty. Everybody's working virtual. I'm right here. That's that underdog mentality. Because I remember 21-year-old Ray would have been right here. So I never let that go. So the whole point is to show you that there's a winner's mentality that it takes to win. And for me, I think everybody's tired of people talking to them. That's why the Game from the Guys tour is so dope. We're not talking to y'all. We working with y'all. This is different. This is not talking. This is like, you're gonna be my teammate right now. Hey, look, bro, because it's like we divide up in our teams. Now Dame got his squad, I got my squad, you got yours, and now we pitching. Like, let's go. I see the room is better. Like, it makes them see from the inside. And once you get on the inside, it's like, now like you've probably been in this 10 years, but you're connected to one of the biggest distribution, the fastest growing distribution platform in the world. And then you're also on one of the biggest media, black media. It's in 106 & Park is basically Breakfast Club. You're on both.
Breakfast
So
Club,
you
yes.
see it from so many different angles. So it's them 10 years is really 40. Because you seeing it from this level, it's different. It's like what, Elliot Grange is 30, but he's been watching it from a high level since he was a kid.
Yeah.
So, so it's those things. So we're gonna bring you up to where we are.
Ray forgets that he's 20 years in because he don't have the grades. Every time I
And like nowhere, and by the way, I'm looking, I'm like, man. And by the way, I'm like, I don't want it to come. I haven't dyed my hair. Like, listen, I'm telling you one story real quick. I with one of my homies. We the same age, Dave. We at dinner. We just chilling, right? We at LA. So he goes like, like, yo, Ray, can I ask you a question? Me and you? I'm like, of course. He was like, what do you dye your hair with? And I said, what you talking about? He said, how do you dye your hair? Like, you don't got no grades. And I'm like, nigga, I never dyed my hair. He was like, what, nigga? Yo? I'm like, don't wish it. Don't bring it in the air. Don't even put it. Don't put it around. So yeah, but
knock on wood with that.
Yeah, but like, it's like, I'm like, when Nyla said 10 years, I'm looking at her like, you look 21. To my 10 years. And
let's keep it that way.
I like it that way. But I'm telling people like, man, listen, man, when this shit is done right, this is a dirty game. This is an ugly game. But when this shit is done right, it's a beautiful, fun life to live. Yeah. And what I'm trying to show you, and the problem with the business is that so many people are looking in the door like with the handle in them, like, oh, they doing it right in there. I want to do that. And what we want to show you is that nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. We're all just in the trenches trying to figure it out together. Yeah. And that's the point.
I think it's dirty, but it doesn't have to be. Like, it's some very small changes. Like, it doesn't have to be. You surround yourself with the right people, it does not have to be. Period. And that's I think that'll be part of the conversation. So we can go ahead and wrap this up. Perfect. We'll be in DC, Philly, Atlanta, New York, but it's not going to stop there. So please continue to follow Ray and Nyla, because we'll definitely be letting you know.
Man, this is gonna be, man. Listen, man, this is gonna be, to me, this is gonna be something that's so big. Like, I feel like we're not gonna have enough room. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it's like, cause I know that this is the blue ocean and what music, media, and information lives. This Game from the Gods tour. It's the blue ocean, bro. Let's go.
Go to GameFromTheGuys.com. Hopefully we'll see you there.
Let's get it.
Peace.
I bet.